On November 7th, 2023, Nintendo shocked the world. After years of rumors, shutdowns, and lost hope, they finally announced a live-action film based on The Legend of Zelda. You could almost hear the collective shout of Zelda fans around the world excited to hear that their favorite universe was finally making it to the big screen. However, there was another group of Zelda fans that contained their excitement. They remembered the crushing sorrow that followed in the wake of IGN's 2008 April Fool's prank and remained traumatized to this day. For those of you who don't remember or weren't even around yet, let me paint you a picture of one of the most painful days to be a gamer in history and how the awesome yet foul prank came to be.
And for goodness sake, don't touch anything.
Everybody has that one video game that defined their childhood. For Sam Balcombe, the game was The Legend of Zelda. He unwrapped the first game in Nintendo's legendary series as a birthday present early in his life, and that single moment set him on a path towards greatness. As someone who grew up on Tolkien novels, Sam was already predisposed to the world of fantasy. The Legend of Zelda had just fed his fascination with that setting. This feeling is something that Sam carried with him as he grew up, went to school, and eventually graduated from the Art Center College of Design in Pasadena, California. Several years after graduating, Sam found himself working at a post-production studio in Burbank, California. This was where he was in 2007 when the dominoes of doom began to drop. That year, Sam connected with Fran Mirabella. Mirabella worked for IGN as their chief video producer at the time, and their shared experience and love of video games meant that collaboration was all but inevitable. Especially after Sam pitched a series of shorts that presented themselves as trailers for film adaptations of video games. The initial pitch wasn't intended to be a prank or ruffle any feathers, but its fate was sealed when Fran got IGN on board with the project and asked Sam what the first game would be, and he said, The Legend of Zelda. However, only one production team had the guts to actually follow through on that vision, and it was led by Sam. Sure, this production was always intended to be a less than 2-minute trailer for a video game website, but that doesn't mean it wasn't taken seriously. The wheels began turning shortly after Zelda was locked in for their first collaboration, with the team working on a slim budget of a few $1,000s. A hand-drawn animatic was created to provide a blueprint for the production, Zelda, Link, and Ganon were cast, and filming began in short order. 4 hot, sweaty days across Topanga and Pasadena, Texas was all it took to get the footage they needed. But don't let the number of days fool you. The entire production team went through the ringer, dealing with desert heat, sunburn, high winds, elaborate costumes, and prosthetics. Poor J.R. Kilgrew took the worst of it, having to do his own stunts as Link, like jumping off of cliffs, in costume, by the way. To get the Hyrulean's ears just right, it took makeup artist Nikki Rice 45 minutes to apply the prosthetics per ear. We didn't have those nice, neat elf ear costume pieces you can just buy off Amazon for a few bucks. Link's costume consisted of the iconic green tunic and actual chainmail, and each of these pieces was created separately and shipped to production. For someone who had never played a Legend of Zelda game before being cast in this project, Kilgrew definitely made for a convincing Link. According to an interview with Inverse, Sam actually had him come to his house to play Twilight Princess in order to get more feel for Link's movements, mannerisms, and sounds. A Legend of Zelda movie, even a fake one, would obviously need its villain, and having the imposing 6'4" Gregory Lee Kenyon transform into Ganon was another highlight of the production. He was basically unrecognizable with a full face prosthetic and an extensive wig and sideburn combo, turning him into the iconic villain. And also the craziest orange eyebrows you will ever see. I mean, just look at those puppies. I have seen beards less impressive than those eyebrows. While her appearance in the trailer is brief, Camille C. Brown's turn as Princess Zelda is about as game-accurate as you can get, with her costume clearly being based on the Twilight Princess version of the character. Rounding out the cast was Link's loyal steed Epona, played by a Belgian horse that belonged to a ranch called Los Angeles Horse Riding. Even animals are no stranger to film production in Hollywood, and this particular horse definitely looked the part. Well, besides being a male horse, but they had to do some movie magic to hide a... Moving on. Ow! When you film a movie, it's pretty common to have to shoot scenes in front of a green screen so you can splice together your footage with special effects, but there was one glaring issue. Green, of course, being the iconic color of Link's tunic. Because of that, they had to secure a massive blue screen in a huge warehouse, which accomplished the same thing without making J.R. Kilgrew look like a floating head. They filmed those final blue screen scenes, the climactic battle between Link and Ganon, on the fourth and final day. After that, the production wrapped, which should have made everyone very happy. However, everything they filmed looked so good, so authentic for the time, that IGN and their legal team were worried about the consequences of the trailer. We might not be able to use this because you did such a good job. Thank you? Sam Balcombe and crew never intended to fool anyone, they just wanted to make a cool proof of concept. However, IGN's editor-in-chief at the time decided to run the trailer on April Fool's Day, a decision that would live in infamy. Everyone ate it up. When the news started to spread, the surge of traffic by rabid Zelda fans almost broke the IGN website. Even Sam Balcombe himself was shocked, especially after he learned that their fan film had surpassed 1 million views, something that just did not happen back then. We're talking 2008 YouTube. This is like a year after it had been out. It didn't take very long for viewers to figure out that the trailer was a prank, and there were more than a few people who were upset that they had been had by their favorite gaming site. But ultimately, it was all in good fun, and it led to an ongoing series of pranks by IGN and a new career path for Sam Balcombe. While IGN has fooled people from all different fandoms with a Bollywood Halo movie, a Harry Potter TV show, and an AMC Grand Theft Auto series, among other things, Sam has spent the last 15 years continuing to make awesome, inspired video content. He and a few of his collaborators founded Rainfall Films the very same day the Zelda trailer was uploaded, a studio that has since contributed to franchises like Mission Impossible, Fantastic Beasts, Transformers, and more. While all of that is incredibly impressive, and I'm so happy for Sam and his success, I'm more proud that he never lost sight of his gamer roots. Rainfall has done work for games like Killzone and Ark, and Sam himself made another incredible short based on a Nintendo property with 2016's Metroid: The Sky Calls. And if you haven't seen that, by the way, you should check it out. Just keep that in mind for next. So that is the story of IGN's Legend of Zelda prank. Gone right? Let us know in the comments if you remember this one, or if you think it would have fooled you back then. Keep in mind it was 2008. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider joining our Patreon like these awesome viewers, and maybe get some special Kino perks. See you next time.